Don't you know I'm your uncle? Even without a blood relation, we can only be family. The usually gentlemanly and refined Orion was no longer gentle, shouting at me with disgust in his eyes. At that time I wanted to explain but couldn't explain anything. In the end I could only keep bowing and apologizing, saying I was wrong, that I shouldn't have fallen for him. But Orion didn't calm down. The next day he resigned from the job I had lined up and under the guise of studying abroad, sent me to a remote university overseas. To prevent me from contacting the outside world, Orion even hired bodyguards to watch me. At first I didn't understand why Orion treated me this way. Until the first month after I went abroad, news of Orion's marriage went viral. Only then did I realize that all these years he had always had someone in his heart. I watched Orion's wedding video over and over again. In the video, when looking at Melissa, Orion's gaze was gentle and loving. He had never looked at me that way. From that moment on, I knew that Orion keeping me by his side for so many years was just out of sympathy and responsibility. His only love was Melissa. "Miss John, please get in the car," the assistant's voice brought me back to reality. I nodded and got into the car with the sleeping Yuma. When he saw Yuma, the assistant's face showed a hint of surprise. "Miss John, this is..." I made a choosing gesture, afraid our conversation would disturb Yuma's sleep. After sitting in the back seat I answered softly, "This is my daughter." The assistant nodded and fell silent. When he drove to our destination I was stunned. This hotel was where Orion and Melissa got married. 5 years of marriage, he held a wedding anniversary celebration every year and personally selected gifts for Melissa. I thought Orion really cherished Melissa. In previous years he didn't allow me to enter their world. Inviting me back this year was probably just to let me witness their happiness. I numbly got out of the car and saw Melissa smiling as she walked towards me. Unlike my haggard appearance and simple clothes, Melissa wore expensive jewelry and perfume, looking well minus scared to obey Orion. Melissa's smile suddenly froze. I knew she had seen Yuma in my arms. Sure enough, when she came to my side, Melissa's expression was very surprised. "Yara, how did you secretly have a child abroad without telling me? I've been married to your uncle for so long, you still treat me like an outsider." Before I could speak, Melissa took Yuma from my arms without asking. Yuma woke up and immediately started crying, struggling not to let Melissa hold her. I took Yuma back from Melissa and comforted her for a while. Actually, Melissa knew about my past crush on Orion. Returning this time, I didn't want to get too involved with Melissa. But Melissa still stubbornly wanted to hold Yuma. When Melissa and I arrived at the hotel's private room, Yuma was still crying and wanting me to hold her. Melissa forced a smile and handed Yuma back to me. "Your uncle knows having children isn't easy. We haven't thought about having kids these past few years. Seeing you've had a daughter, I got too excited." There were already several people sitting in the room. I wasn't used to socializing, so I chose a corner seat and Melissa sat down next to me. She enthusiastically linked arms with me, introducing me and Yuma to the others. The looks others gave me were visibly teasing and probing. I couldn't stand the strange atmosphere here and said I wanted to go to the restroom. When I came back after washing my face I heard Melissa's voice. Someone asked Melissa why she brought in an unlucky thing like me.